outfit raised a mug of beer on the other side of the room.
"To Valkius!"
"To Valkius!" came the cheer from the tables, throughout the restaurant. Noff belched under the table.
"When is pie time?"
"That's insensitive," Maine said.
"It's Sage's pies we're talking about."
The Kappa and Weremoose drunkenly raised their mugs.
"To pie!"
"We must finish the meal first," Sage protested. It soon became apparent that the very drunk magical creatures surrounding him outvoted him. Okay. He eyed Maine playfully. "I know you're not hungry, but are you at least going to try my pie?" She felt guilty for letting good food go to waste, but she wasn't hungry. All those mini quiche finger foods hadn't helped, of course. She'd at least managed to stave off her trangriness. Now, if only she could lose Jason for a bit to regain some sanity. Sage rose from the table to get the pies, and Maine joined him. "You probably need some help, right?" Sage, glancing from Maine to love-stricken Jason, nodded knowingly. After whispering to Noff to make sure Jason stayed at the table, Maine followed Sage to the back of the restaurant through the swinging doors to the kitchen. As the door swung shut, she let out a big, huffing breath. "I can't stand it any longer. I know he's under a spell, but that guy is the most annoying person I've ever met." Sage started grabbing pies off a countertop and setting them on a rolling cart. "All joking aside, Jason is like the flower of baking." "The flower?" "Yeah, the asshole of all baking ingredients." They finished loading the first food cart full of pies and began on the second one. "Why is Flower an asshole?" Maine asked. Sage sighed. "Where to begin? It's not an asshole to everyone, mind you. Basically, only to beginners. See, lots of recipes need flour, but if you add too much, the bread won't rise properly. It'll probably be too dense or too crumbly. If you stir it too much, an excess of gluten can cause the same thing to happen." I guess you're right. Jason is stirring the love thing too much. "Exactly." Sage wiped a hand across his forehead. Maine smirked. If Jason was a type of flower, what kind would he be? Sage thought about it. Definitely semolina flour. It's one of the hardest types of wheat grown. Has a lot of gluten in it. Maine laughed. "So basically, the love spell is making Jason too full of love gluten? I've always thought about going on a gluten-free diet." She paused as Sage cracked the slightest of grins. "You know, I love it when you speak in food analogies." Sage beamed, showing off his perfect teeth. "Ah, food. It's the lens I view life through. There are so many similarities between cooking and life. It feels natural to me to teach through food and cooking analogies. I like it." Maine picked up an apple pie and placed it on the second cart. "Why is this the first cooking analogy I've heard from you?" Sage's smile faltered and he shuffled his feet. "I try not to use them when I first meet a girl, not to scare them away. Don't want them thinking I'm some crazy foodie nut." She grew serious. "I already think that about you." Sage's cheeks flushed. Maine loved making Sage feel uncomfortable. She was about to start laughing when an evil-sounding voice whispered inside her mind. "Weakness. This dangerous halfling wizard has feelings toward you. Lean into them. Twist him to your will. Then crush him." "Shut up," Maine muttered, to the mantle wrapped around her shoulders and chest. It magically conformed to her body for a perfect fit and high maneuverability.